What's the matter? What's up? You touching my nose? Hi guys, so I am back again today on my YouTube channel. Now I've wanted to do YouTube for a very long time, and I actually do videos on my Instagram stories. I'm going to put my Instagram here for you guys. That's where some of you guys might know me already from. But I wanted to start my next journey and do YouTube videos because that is probably the best platform to do videos like this on. And I've wanted to do it for a very long time. So if you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and tap the little notification button just so you're notified of all of my future uploads. So without further ado, let's get started in today's video. So for today's video we are going to be reviewing the very well known and, might I add, iconic Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson Conspiracy Palette. Now when this first launched I had a little bit of an issue. I ordered this off of Beauty Bay and the whole website crashed. Might I add, it was a nightmare to get my hands on, but now that I've actually got it in my hands and after watching the whole series, it's so surreal, and the packaging of this is absolutely stunning. And it looks like Shane and Jeffree had a baby and this is what it would look like. So I can't wait to try this out. I have already swatched this on my Instagram stories. That's why the palette looks a little bit busted, but this is the colours. So this is what the palette looks like on the inside, and you guys probably already know by now what the palette looks like, and it's just so stunning. Like, looking at it is just absolutely gorgeous. The colour story of it is completely different, might I add. And I also have the mini controversy palette. Now I'm not going to be using this one in today's video, I'm going to do a separate video for this, but this again is what the palette looks like on the inside. And I have already swatched this one, hence why it looks a little bit busted. And also, just another little announcement, just to make the video a little bit more exciting. I do have a giveaway in today's video, so stick around to the end and you'll find out what the giveaway is. Now, this wouldn't be a YouTube video done by me if I didn't talk about the products that I have put on my face already. A lot of you guys do ask me what I have on my face, so I'm just going to quickly talk through what I have on my face and then we're going to dive right in to the Conspiracy Palette. So for primer, I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer. I absolutely love this primer so much, to the point where I've used it a lot. And I believe this primer retails for like £8, and it's supposed to be a dupe for the Toucher Silk Canvas, but I wouldn't know that because I haven't tried the Silk Canvas out yet. But I really like this primer and I use this every single day. So for foundation, I have the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade Natural Rose. This is my all-time favourite drugstore foundation to date. I love this so much. This makes my skin look so fresh, hence the name Fresh Wear. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey on my skin. It gives me a nice flawless base, and it is also full coverage yet lightweight, which I really like. It wouldn't be a Jeffree Star video if I didn't use some of his products on my base. So I have the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in the shade C5 on, and I'm not just wearing this today because it's a Jeffree Star video, but this is actually to date my favourite concealer as well. Then I have the Jeffree Star Magic Star Setting Powder in the shade Rose. Again, this is my all-time favourite setting powder, and the combination of these two is iconic and it looks absolutely stunning on my under eye. For bronzer and contour, I have used the CheekLeaders Bronze Squad palette. I have used the shade Hula and the Caramel shade. I love these so much, and this palette is gorgeous, and this cookie shade in the middle though is absolutely stunning. I love that. And then for highlighter, I have the Laura Geller Dripping in Gold Illuminating Palette. I have the shade Gilded Honey and French Fizz mixed together, and I'm actually going to add a little bit more because I love highlighter so much, and I just want to show you how blinding it is. It's absolutely stunning. Like, the mixture of the two is just woo, shining to Mars. And then finally for my lips, I have the Revolution lip liner in the shade Bow Down and the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Mannequin. And then I also have his lip gloss in the shade Candy Drip on as well. And I'm going to add a little bit more because I love this gloss so much. It's gonna sound like I'm gonna be gassing up Jeffree Star so much in this video, but I genuinely 110% love his products so much, and I'm such a big fan and I just love his stuff. So let's go ahead and dive in to the conspiracy palette, which is what you're here for. So I've popped my hair back and we're going to dive right in to the palette. Now I don't really have a look in mind, so we're just going to go with it and wing it. So let's dive in. Okay, so we're going to start things off by priming my eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. I love this stuff so much, and I actually got this in my Cult Beauty goodie bag. So when you spend a certain amount of money, you got a free goodie bag. So this came in there, and it is the mini size, but little does go a long way, and I haven't run out of it just yet. So I really love this product, and I never used to believe in eye primers, but I do now. So for this, we're going to be using a Morphe M410 brush, and I'm just going to take it on the brush and pack this on my eye. And then what I like to do with this is I like to carve out my eyebrows as well, because it has that light base which adds like a highbrow sort of effect, and the shading underneath the brow. I'm just going to be taking my Jeffree Star and Morphe brush in JS3 and just use this to blend this out. So I don't really know what eye look I kind of want to go for today. I don't know whether I want to do an out there look or something that you can wear on a day-to-day basis. So I don't really know. I'm going to swatch a few of the shades that draw my attention the most. The top one is Just a Theory and the bottom one is Conspiracy. Then we have the shade Trisha. Then we have the shade Diet Cola, Food Videos, Cheese Dust and Flaming Hot. So they're the shades that kind of speak to me the most when I initially look at this palette. I don't really know what I want to do, to be honest, guys. I'm just going to wing it and see how it goes. So I'm just going to take a Morphe M441 brush and take the shade Tanacon. There is a lot of kick up in the pan. I don't know if you guys can see that. So when I'm dipping my brush into the shade, a lot of kick up is coming up in the pan, which I don't really mind because you can just brush it away, which is not a problem. But again, a lot of people do tend to find that really annoying, but I'm not one of those people. So I'm just going to take that shade Tanacon and use this as my transition shade in my crease. Oh my god, that is one pigmented shade right there. Already, I've literally only just put one swipe on and it's there on my eye already. Wow. So now I'm going to take the shade Root Beer, which is the shade right here, and use a Morphe M456 brush and apply this on my outer V of my eye. So I'm just going to take the M441 brush again with no excess product on it and just mesh that Tanacon shade and the Diet Root Beer shade together. So now I'm going to take the shade Flaming Hot, which is that bright red shade in the palette, and I'm going to take another M456 brush and use this on the outer parts of my eye again, but kind of focusing it a little bit more downwards, like just beneath that Diet Root Beer shade. I don't want to take this too high up, and I'm literally using patting motions for this, and then we will focus on the blend after. So now I'm going to take an even smaller brush. This is the Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Not a Fact, which is this shade right here. It is like a really deep burgundy shade, and there's not a lot of fluff coming up on the pan on this one. This one feels like the pigment is pressed a little bit harder than the rest. We're just going to place this directly above that Flaming Hot shade. The shade doesn't seem to be as pigmented as the rest. I'm having to dip in quite a few times to build this shade up, but once it's there, it is a gorgeous shade. And then just tuck in that just above that Not a Fact shade. Taking the Morphe M456 brush and getting that Flaming Hot shade again, and just bringing that red shade back through, because sometimes it can get a little bit lost. So then I'm going to take the Morphe M441 brush and start to blend and mesh all of the colours together so it looks seamless. Take the shade My Pills, which is this shade right here in the palette, and what I like to do is just take this shade and run it above all of the shades so it blends in seamlessly at the top, and I love doing this technique because it diffuses the colour out and kind of highlights the brow bone at the same time. Okay, so now we are going to cut our crease, and I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer again, squeeze a little amount on the back of my hand because you don't need a lot with this product, and I'm just going to use a flat packing brush and use this to carve out my crease. And then I'm going to take a very, very small packing brush and dip into the shade Cheese Dust, which is this shade right here. It is a really nice orange shade, and I'm going to take this and just pack this on. Whoa, that orange is stunning. Just going to dip into that Flaming Hot shade again and just try and mesh the colours together. I kind of want to create an ombre effect of shades. And then I'm going to just dust off that brush and dip into the shade Food Videos, which is this bright, bright, bright yellow shade. A lot of kick up in the pan on that one as well. And then I'm going to pack this. Oh, it's not as bright as what I thought it would be on the eye, but hey ho, it's still a gorgeous colour. And then I'm dipping into the shade Cheese Dust again to just bring back that orange. Now I'm going to be taking the Morphe M506 brush and just trying to mesh those lines together. I think I'm going to add the shade Ranch in my inner corner, which is this white shade in the palette. I'm not going to spray my brush either because this is a metallic shade, and I want to see how it performs without. Oh wow. we have the top portion of the eyes done, I kind of actually want to add the black, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's go in with the black. So I'm dipping into shade My Rides here, which is the black in the palette. And I'm just going to tuck this on. Oh my god, that is one pigmented black. Holy crap. Can you guys see that? That is crazy. So we have added the black shade My Rides here to my eye, and might I say, this is probably the most pigmented black eyeshadow I have ever tried, honestly. So I'm just patting this really tight, quite close to my lash line. One thing I will say about this palette is there is a lot, and I mean a lot of fallout coming off on my eyes. Normally it doesn't really bother me, but because it's like dark shades, it doesn't seem to want to budge from my under eye, which is quite frustrating, because I don't want to have to do my base again. So I don't know if you guys can see, but there is like black on my face right here, and that is from the black eyeshadow. So just bear that in mind if you do have this palette and you are working with the darker shades, because it will leave fallout on your face. So I'm just diffusing that black shade out using the Morphe M506 brush, and yeah, I think that looks quite good. I'm going to do my lashes and liner off of camera, and then we will be back to apply the lower lash line shades. Okay, so I've added some lashes and liner off of camera, and I've also added a little bit of a sparkle to my lid as well. The lashes I have on are the Salon System Natural Lash lashes, and these are what they look like. I also use the Maybelline Hyper Precise All Day Liquid Liner in the shade Black. And I also used for my glitter, I used the Too Faced Glitter Pop Peel Off Liner in the shade Glitter Ghost, which is on my lid right now. And I feel like the look has come together really nicely. I'm actually really enjoying the way it's looking. Oh, and I also added the NYX Chubby Pencil in my waterline to make my eyes look more awake than they actually are. So we're going to move on to the lower lash line now. And I'm going to be taking a Morphe M431 brush, and it is a really small detailed blending brush, and I'm going to take the shade Not a Fact, which is that purple shade, and run this on my lower lash line, quite tight to the lash line. I'm going to take the Morphe M506 brush and dip into the shade Pigment, which is that pink shade right here, and I'm going to use this shade to diffuse that purple out. And then I'm going to dip into the shade of My Pills to further diffuse the shade Pigment out. And now we're going to add some lower lash mascara. This is the Miss Baby Roll Mega Volume Waterproof Mascara from L'Oreal. This is my all-time favourite mascara, and my boyfriend always keeps me stocked up on this mascara, so thank you for that. So there you have it, guys. This is the finished look using the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette. So I'm really happy with how this makeup look turned out. I do really like this palette. I mean, it is a luxurious feeling. She is thick, and when I say she is thick, I mean it. You could smack someone around the head with this and knock them out. But I love this palette. It has definitely lived up to its expectations. The only thing that I will nitpick about this palette is obviously the fallout. I don't really complain about fallout that much, but it has left some eyeshadow residue on my cheeks, which I'm not too happy about. So you can either put some of your loose setting powder under the eyes, or you can do your eyes first before your base whilst using this palette. Next time I use this palette, I will be mindful and do my eyes first before my base. I know some of you guys might find that a bit difficult, but give it a go, or just go in with a really light hand with the darker shades. Overall, I feel like the whole aesthetic of this palette is eye-catching. It is very unique and different to the previous palettes that Jeffree has come out with. A lot of people were saying that you can easily break up this palette from bridal look to colourful and then to something more blown out and smoky for the winter months. So I feel like this is going to be an all-round up their palette where a lot of people are going to get loads of good looks out of this. Obviously today I have done a not really wearable look. I mean, this is wearable for me. I will walk out the house and probably go do food shopping with this look and go to work with this look on. But for some people this look isn't really a day-to-day look. So what I'll do is I'll do a more wearable look with this palette, either up on my Instagram stories or on my YouTube channel. So therefore just click that notification bell so you can be notified of my future uploads, and so you can see some more looks using this palette because I really like this. I do have a few other videos up my sleeve to do. I obviously want to review the Mini Controversy palette. The colour story in this, you're kind of limited to what you can do, which was a lot of people were complaining about, but I feel like the colour story of this is absolutely beautiful and it does really fit the winter months. So you guys are probably wondering, what am I going to be giving away in today's video? So sticking on to the theme of the Mini Controversy palette, you guys are going to get your own Mini Controversy palette. So the reason why I wanted to do a giveaway on my first video was because I've had so much support over the last 2 years of doing my Instagram stories from you guys to encourage me to do YouTube, and obviously because the whole conspiracy collection I knew was going to sell out and be a crazy launch, a lot of you guys was going to be disappointed to not get your hands on the collection, which is a bit unfortunate. So I thought I'm going to give back to you guys and get you a little palette for yourself. So you're probably wondering, how can you enter the giveaway? So how to enter the giveaway: you have to be followed to my YouTube channel. You also have to follow me on Instagram, which I'll put my Instagram here on the screen. You also have to like this video and comment down below what your favourite product is from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and if you don't have anything from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, what is the item that you want to purchase the most. So I will link all the information for the giveaway in the description box, and I will also list all of the products I have talked about today and used on today's video. So good luck guys, and get your entries in. So the giveaway will be closing on the 1st of December, so definitely get your entries in, and then about a week after that I will announce the winner on my Instagram story. So there you have it. That is the full review of the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Conspiracy palette. Again, I can't believe I have this in my hands. It's definitely going to be displayed on my vanity and have its own moment. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys are having a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!